So let's move on to the Gemini ascendant.
Yes. So for a Mithuna Rasi person, this Saturn is in the 9th house of Bhagya. So in terms of Bhagya, if it is, especially if it is retrograde or something like that, if the Saturn, and this Bhagya component in of Saturn relates to something related to your, karma and those kind of things. So ideally, it is good to do something related to a karmic kind of a work.
Okay.
So if there is some pending karma or something that you think that you should have done earlier, you should definitely complete in this particular time frame, because when the bhagya is affected with Saturn, it leads to general delay and slowness in all
Aspects
of life. So primarily, towards the end of this transit, that is after 2.5 years, is when the results start creeping up.
Okay.
So it is good to sort of take care from that perspective. Anything related to income levels, anything related to spending, you should be very reasonably very controlled in terms of spending and all
Okay.
that. Think 10 times before you spend. There will be sort of heaviness in your head. So good to do meditation and then keep routine wherein mind is free from that perspective. Any new initiative you can sort of reasonably postpone, and otherwise unless it's very very critical and important kind of a thing. From a children's perspective, there is a push required for children for them to sort of take their activities and do their studies and move forward kind of a thing.
Okay.
So overall, it is a transit wherein Saturn is moving onto your bhagya kind of a thing. So very karmic related transit actually. So anything that is pending from your soul level, which you think you ought to have done earlier, please go ahead and do it.
What about temples?
Yes.
Anything
So Saturn is
Dharma?
also very orthodox and
Traditional.
kind of a planet. So anything to do with meeting your old bosses, meeting old gurus, grandparents, going to places of worship, so the best sort of a parihara for a Mithuna Rasi kind of a thing is to pray to Shasta, Lord Ayyappa, or sort of pray to Lord Hanuman.
Okay.
So these two things, so any Shasta Ayyappa mantra is fantastic. It's a fantastic.
Or listening to Kandachashti Kavacham.
Yes, Kandashashti Kavacham and all that. It's very good for
Mithuna Rasi.
Mithuna Rasi.